Well, hello there, and this is Auntie. And on this Friday night, y'all, I am coming to you all with another episode of Auntie Say It Isn't So, Say It Isn't So. Kalani of 90 Day Fiance has made some startling allegations against her soon to be divorced husband, Asuelu. I don't know if I believe it or not, but let's see what you think. Y'all ready to get into this? Let's do it.
Everybody needs a sweet old auntie. Everybody needs
with a whoop whoop and a boop boop
auntie
boop.
that everybody needs.
You can make this up.
Now you know that these are some crazy motherfuckers.
Everybody needs a sweet old auntie.
So why even try?
Aunties and lies, sweet old auntie. Aunties and ways. Are you okay? Are you okay?
Well, welcome back, everybody. And this is Auntie. If this is your first time being here, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And to all of my new subscribers, thank you all so much for taking the time to hit that subscribe button and join this family, one of the best families on the YT. And to all of my nieces, nephews, and my members who have been here with me for the long haul, thank you all so much for your continued support. So, as we all know, we have been looking at a new spin-off show called 90 Day The Last Resort. On the last resort, we have seen the relationship between Asuelu and Kalani implode. The relationship, we knew that there was some things that was going on, but this show has given us insight on what has happened. When we first met Kalani and Asuelu, I think around season 5, I guess it was. I don't know. It's been so long, champ. When we first saw them, we were fed a story that is the total opposite of what we have been discovering on 90 Day The Last Resort. I'm gonna keep it a buck 100. Y'all know I am. Somewhere along the line, somebody's lying. Now, as a result of me saying somebody is lying and all of that kind of stuff, I don't know, already got a flag on this video. So guess what? I'm gonna go ahead on and say what I got to say. Okay, it's already a flag on the video. So we're gonna keep it a buck 100 like we always do. We ain't scared. We ain't scared. We ain't never scared. We're gonna talk about this thing that she got out here. Okay. If you use the wrong word in this chat, I am going to block you. I am not going to time you out. I don't have the ability to time you out over here. I'm telling you right now, you gon' get blocked. Now, some of you all may not care, and some of you all may care. I don't think I have a moderator tonight, so I'm going to be paying attention. The only thing that I can do on this side is block you. Okay? That's all. So please do not say the word out and fully or anything like that. We're using codes up this month. Okay? Straight up. Now, as I said, this video has already been flagged. It's already been flagged. So what we don't want is for the channel to get taken down. I will be watching what you say in the comment section. So don't come out your trick bag and say the wrong thing. Okay? So in an article that I saw on Screen Rant, right? Kalani answered, I guess, has been getting some backlash of some of the things that from the fans of the show because she has not come out in a good light. Now, as we all know, she, alleges that Asuelu had been cheating on her from the beginning, from the time that she met him to the time that, we see them filming. She said that he has cheated on her. But yet and still, Kalani made it appear for all these seasons as if everything was perfect between her and Asuelu. She told us that she was all in love with him. He was her first, which I'm starting now to doubt. Because I'm thinking, why him? Why there? So in the beginning when we met her, she said that she had went on a vacation to Samoa, which we know is where her father is. We have seen Kalani every episode, every season with her mama, her daddy, the whole family. She don't do nothing on her own. But allegedly, she went out there by herself. I find that hard to believe. Now, given all of the information, I find it hard to believe. But okay, we're going to go with the story that they told us and they introduced us. They introduced them as this couple who was in love. The two of them, got together and they ended up having a baby. He came here. He lived in the house with her. She alleged that she was living in her parents' house. All this bullshit. Now, Kalani is coming out because the fans are sick of the bull. See, one thing about it is that we don't like nobody to play up in our faces. Most of us who have been watching 90 Day Fiance from the very beginning don't want our faces played in. We don't want you to blow nothing up in us, right? And tell us that it's you. We don't like it. So her story is unraveling. Now, in 90 Day Fiance or 90 Day, The Last Resort, Kalani disclosed that she got a hall pass from Asuelu. She got a hall pass. She took the hall pass to a whole different level. Whole different level. So we was like, okay, let's hear about it. So she tells us that, he had cheated on her. He gave her a hall pass. He's been going along with this story. But what Kalani did not bank on was the backlash that was going to come out of her recent behavior. See, she had told Asuelu, regardless of what he did, we're looking at the show. Now, somebody had wrote down in my comment section, and I blocked their asses, that I was victim shaming. What the are you talking about? I'm a whole woman. I have no reason to victim shame her at all. But I'm going to call a thing a thing. And if you don't like it, get out of here. We talk about the facts over here, period. Period, point blank, poo. We give our opinion and we get on up out of here. Ain't none of this personal for me. I don't know these damn people. I review them on the show. I review what I see, and that's it, and that's all. But we're going to call a thing, whether it's a male or a female, whether it's the husband or the wife, whether it's the children or the parents, whether it's the friends or the cast members. We call a thing a thing. If she is on a vacation where she is supposed to be rekindling her relationship with Asuelu, she done already put him out the room. She's already told him that she don't want to with him because she gets grossed out by it. She promised him that she, not him, that she will block this boyfriend. And now the boyfriend shows up and she goes into a hotel with him. And you mad at me because I thought that was trashy of her? That should have never known where she was. And if she was going to back out of it, be woman enough to tell Asuelu, I'm going to be with my man. If you that bold, then you be woman enough to say what it is that you got to say. You ain't got to play no games. And for the man to come there and see the kids with the sister and you're nowhere to be found and he asks you where you are and you say breakfast, but still and yet you sit at the poolside and brag to everybody that you was with this man with a stupid ass grin on your face. I said from the beginning that man was going to show up. You've been watching 90 Day Fiance long enough. You know how they roll. This was already set up. That man was there. And Oswelu probably knew he was there too, because it's got to be a money grab, in my opinion, because the whole story that she told about their whole relationship is fake, in my opinion. Because you can't come out now, backpedal, and pee-pop and say that what we saw years ago, the storyline that y'all been riding off of all this time, now ain't real. But you mad because people don't see you in a good light. Boo, it is what it is. When you put your stuff out there on the street, people gonna have their opinions about it. So she takes to, hold on. She takes to, is it Instagram, and said, I've had enough of the hate mail. And some threats. We ain't gonna get into it. So let's clear some things up. Get cleared up. Go ahead and blow your whole storyline out of pocket. You are blowing your whole storyline, which your whole relationship was based on. You're getting ready to blow it. So has this relationship been fake the whole time? Did her and Oswelu come to an agreement that they were going to separate from each other, that they just couldn't do it no more? Did Oswelu cheat or did he not? Because at this point, once you tell a lie, everything else you say is going to be questioned, at least by me. And I'm going to have my opinion on it. Now, am I in her DMs? Do I follow her? No, I don't follow her on that nary one social media platform. Not one. I don't go on the cast DMs and then they box and say all kinds of stuff. That's not Auntie. But if other people do it, that's on them. So Kalani goes on to say, I did not have a one-night stand with Oswelu. That's what you told us at the beginning. You told us that you met him. Y'all got it on. Did what y'all had to do with the whoop whoop and the boo boo boo. And you got pregnant. That was your storyline. We didn't even kiss until 2 weeks after knowing each other. Irrelevant. I met him in July of 2016. We intentionally got pregnant in May of 2017. That wasn't your storyline, Kalani. That was not your storyline, that you all intentionally got pregnant. You said, oops, I got pregnant. Oh, we ain't forgot nothing. You could go back on my old videos of the reviews that I did on this. This was a oops. That was your story now. And I know for her to put this out here, well, no, I ain't gonna say I know. I suppose I would think that if I was TLC and you blew my whole storyline, I would be mad with you. Was his tongue ever white? Because at this point now, I want to see the white tongue. Show a receipt. Or is this part of a storyline to get us grossed out? So she's, my parents do not monetarily support me in any way. That was your storyline. And never have. That was your storyline. The Utah house was half mine. That was not your storyline. You told us that y'all live with your parents. You told us that. Because as a matter of fact, wasn't your brother living there too? Your brother was living there. The Utah house was half mine. That's public record. And I always paid my part. I do not live with my parents and support myself. I had a second baby because not because I wanted to. Let me put it like that. I had my second baby not because I wanted to. It wasn't a choice, allegedly, according to her. She said he apologized. And she said, and the other times something was recorded. You can't imagine how it feels to get messages about taking responsibility and learning to keep my legs shut when they were open, but it wasn't my choice. Kalani, let me tell you something. We ain't gonna sit out here and play these games. We ain't gonna do it. You have already torn this man down. You said that this man had a white tongue. We didn't have no receipts of a white tongue. But you want us to believe that now you owned the Utah house. You didn't live with your parents. Your name was on it. It's public record. You want us to believe that your children were made in love? Girl, get out of here with that bullshit. When your whole premise of your storyline coming on the show was something opposite than what you saying now. Now, I don't know if you need to go back and watch your own season. I don't know. But I find it hard to believe someone who's coming out with new information when the old information don't line up. The math not mathing, in my opinion. It's not making sense. And why now? Why now are you deciding to come out and say this? And this is a man that you have stayed with for how many years? How many years? And you filming with him? And he's done this? And now we supposed to take your word for it? And I'm not saying it didn't happen. That's not what I'm saying at all. If you're hearing me say that, let me make it clear about what I'm saying. What I am saying is, I find it very hard to believe this new information when we saw and they led us to believe something totally different. She was happy. She was even fighting with the family for a man that she alleges did this, but you fighting the family, fighting the sister, going off, kirking out, wanting to be with him, support him, have birthday parties and all that, and this is what's going on. I find it hard to believe. That's not to say that women who find themselves in this situation learn how to manage. But the story that you're telling us now is opposite of what we've seen all these years. Kalani, when you all fat curse first came out and allegations were swirling that you all were getting a divorce, a lot of us was like, when you came out with 90-day last resort is when we got the details. Unfortunately, in giving the details, you gave a little bit more than what we were expecting. So when you gave that information, there's two. See, it takes two to tangle, but in your case, three. Maybe some of the information, if you didn't want the backlash, you shouldn't have come out with. Maybe you went a little too far by making it salacious, or maybe it's just not true. Because at this point, what storyline is real? Does Asuelo know about this guy? Is Asuelo in on getting the bag and making sure that we had shock value to the show? He added shock value to the show. Like, what is this? Did TOC fly this guy out the same time he flew y'all out? Because we know that your mama, well, allegedly your mama, your daddy, and your sister was there. So was he there too? Eating at a restaurant and all y'all was in on it? And I asked that question too because the cast don't seem to be bothered by the information anymore. They're not encouraging Kalani and Asuelo to be together. They are mum on the set. That came out that first week, got us hooked on the show. And now we don't even really hear them talk about it. She sat there and was very open with Liz. Of all the people to be open with, she was open with Liz about what she did. That she unblocked this. It's not, the math ain't mathing. Let me say this. If this is true, and all the rest of the stuff you told us for the last 5-6 years is fake, I hate that you went through that because nobody deserves that. Not one person, not one woman, not one man, not a human being living deserves to be treated like that. And so if this happened to you, I pray that you get the healing and the proper counseling that you need in order to move on. But to move on into the arms of another man while you are still not healed from this can be challenging. And this is something that you may have to walk by yourself. I would also suggest that you give counseling to your sons who are going to one day see it and read it and hear about the relationship between their mama and their daddy. See, right now they're 5 and 3, 5 and 4. But there's going to be a day when they're going to be 15 and 16 or 15 and 13. It's going to be a day. And these allegations or these claims, they're going to see it. They're also going to be able to see what you said years ago. No child wants to know that they have been conceived and wasn't wanted. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. And especially by what you said. Bam. Bam. Kalani says the following: none of you know anyone you watch. You got that straight, because we thought much better of you. We thought much better of you. We thought you were an on point woman. We thought you had your shit together. And we thought that, you loved this man from the top of his head to the sole of his feet. We thought that those kids got here because there was love in your relationship, because that's what you led us to believe. So, no, we don't know you. You didn't have to tell us that. You live long enough, bitch, you don't know nobody. You know a version of people, and you crucify them over things out of their control. You didn't have to film. Ain't nothing out of your control. You didn't have to film. You didn't have to sign a contract. What's out of your control? So this, what you're putting out here, is out of your children's control. They couldn't control you putting this out there. Your children have no say-so over this and how this is going to affect them later on. That's who don't have control. But you got control. And if you know that this isn't factual and actual, and I know it's probably hard, then cut off social media. But this is forever cemented. There are multiple articles of you saying this about their father. She said, you know a version of people, and you crucify them over things out of their control. And for what? May all of that energy be returned back to you and yours. All what energy? Because it seemed like it's being returned back to you. See, because when you point your finger, you see how many are looking back at you? So we rebuke that, and we making sure that you know that same energy that caused you to say something like that to the fans of the show just might come back on you. It just might come back on you. And it ain't going to look the same when it come back, Kalani. People are judging you based on what they see on the show. If you are a character, be a character. If you're an actress, be an actress. Do you ever see Viola Davis come back and say, y'all mad because I was Annalise? And made that energy come back on you? She's an actress. So if you're an actress and everything that you said in the preceding paragraphs wasn't true, why you mad and you an actress? Because everything you said contradicted, so it makes you an actress. Do you ever see Bette Midler? Do you ever see any of the actresses who are out here? We talk about A-list. Get mad because people are in their DMs and put curses on people and say, may the same energy come back to you? They understand that they're actresses. You said this was out of your control. All you had to do was simply say I was acting. You got people who, back in the day, when my mother used to look at Young and the Restless, she used to look at the soap operas. Lord Jesus, did she look at the soap operas? Erica Kane, All My Children, General Hospital, actresses who had people all in their DMs. We look at people all the time because of the age of social media. People can tap you on your shoulder. You know what I do when people tap me on my shoulder, keep it pushing. I've been criticized because I ain't gonna give you that energy. For what? Because if I'm living my life the way that I want to live my life, God gonna handle the rest of it. See, in Jeremiah 29:11, God said, I got a good plan for you, not to harm you, but to make you successful. So when I stand on that and I understand Psalms 91, that under his shadow, I'm abiding under his wings, girl, and that he's got me, I don't have to go out after people who attack me. I don't have to go after people. I do what I want to do. I'm a content creator who sometimes become content. But I ain't going to sit out there and say, may the same energy come back to you. For what? It just ain't that serious. And you thought that everybody was going to side with you. That's selfish. That's selfish and unreasonable. Because everybody see two sides to a story, but we all understand that there's a truth. And because people thought that you treated Oswego wrong by having that guy come out there like that, now you mad. Now you mad. And again, if it's true, I wish God's healing for you. Please seek counseling. Do what you have to do. Get out the relationship and stop being with them. I had a decision that I needed to make that way. And I made that decision. That's not to say everybody walks down the same road that I did. And I truly understand. Trust me, I do. I truly understand. But I ain't cursing nobody. Because karma got a way of letting you know, I see you and you going to have to pay this debt. But tearing down this man and attacking the fans of the show is not the way to do it. You should have law enforcement in there. Where's the law enforcement? So they showing some old, I'm going to put the link in here because they're showing some old text messages that she sent all smiling and grinning and laying up on the man and all that. Okay, like, girl, I ain't got it to do. Heal. Get healed, boo. Get healed and leave that man alone. He can be a father without being your friend. He can be a father without you filming with him. You don't have to withhold his kids from him, but you definitely need to get healed. And you need to separate from him. And don't come back on our screen no more, Kalani, with this bullshit. Because actually, over here, Auntie's advice, I ain't got it to do. These are my opinions, not allegations. The only facts are the facts. And everything else is allegedly and mama an opinion. And those of the members, subscribers, and visitors of Auntie's advice. We ain't got it to do, Kalani. Straight up. We ain't got it to do.